Hey guys, this is What If here. Welcome back to Thunder 04. We're going to Darlington, a track that we've won at in the spring. Should be able to win here again, no problem. But how big will that lead be? I don't know. But we're actually on a bit of a losing streak, somewhat. We're not on fire as much as what we usually are. Ryan Newman won Watkins Glen. We won Michigan. Then Ricky Rudd won. So, kind of winning a race and not winning one. Unless something absolutely insane happens, it should just kind of be back to status quota. Obviously, we're going with the Rubbermaid Sharpie Ford because people really didn't like the fact that I didn't run this for the first Darlington race. So I'm going to try to make it up to them, and we're going to run it here. So there's that. So I'm breaking tradition just for you. I hope you know that. My heart is crying out in agony with that. But there's not a whole lot else to say. We'll just get into it. Thank you to my Tier 3 Patreon people, as well as my YouTube members for our channel pursuit of early access videos like this, as well as channel emos and stuff for when I stream. Thank you for what you guys do. I appreciate it. Let's vroom neum and kaboom into this race and see what happens. We got Jeff Gordon on pole. He's going to probably lead more laps this season. He's been on a horrific streak this entire year, but today is the day he is going to probably lead laps unless he falls apart and chokes, but that's insane. That should be just the thumbnail of the video in and of itself. Jeff Gordon doing something this season. Default setup as usual. That's it. Now I'm hype. Let's get into it and see what happens. Even more so now.
MRN is here at the Great Southern Tradition, the annual Southern 500 here at the Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina. Barney, drivers love coming to Darlington because of its history, but they often leave wishing they hadn't shown up. Why's that?
The tight groove they have here makes this a very difficult racetrack. It takes total concentration, but the drivers all race long to be successful here.
Mark Martin had an amazing streak of 12 consecutive years in the top 10 in points, snapped in 2001.
Mark Martin has been a model of consistency since he hooked up with RFFRacing. He qualifies well, he finishes well, and everyone out there on the racetrack respects his skill behind the wheel.
Kurt Busch leads in points so far this season.
You know, if I was him, I wouldn't even think about the points. I'd just try to stay focused on getting the best finish I can. After all, consistency is what wins championships.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Good introduction. Jeff Gordon, alternate scheme right off the bat on pole. That's adorable. Jimmy Johnson in an alternate scheme as well. Same with Jerry Nadeau. There is something to it when you boot the game up for the first time. Or I guess not for the first time, but when you boot up the game in the first race you run, gives you more chances of alternate paint schemes. That's what I'm thinking is the thing. 20 plus years and I'm starting to figure some small things out. I was scared. I didn't know what they were going to do on the start, but they definitely did check up. They typically check up out of turn 2 on lap 1. I don't know why the game chugged there. That was weird, but I'm going to try to anticipate that off turn 2. It's a small checkup, but nothing extreme, which I'm sure people watching this are like, oh, thank God. What if's going to actually have to try a little bit. Tara Labonte, alternate scheme. There's a checkup. There we go. All right, we got some. I was going to say Tara Labonte, alternate paint scheme. 3 out of the 4 Hendrick drivers have had alternate paint schemes. That's new. When has that happened? I don't know, but neat. But yeah, we're cutting up through the field. Darlington's kind of easy in this game. 3 and 4 is a little bit tougher than 1 and 2, but then again, a lot of NASCAR games, now that I think about it, 1 and 2 is just a lot easier to drive than 3 and 4. That's some more monumental checkups. So, yeah, we're up to 22nd. It's going to be... I might have to turn the light off eventually at some point and go back to the darkness mid-race. That'll be a first. We'll be doing it mid-race. Breaking tradition. But, yeah... Just typical passing through the field. Easily going to surpass Petty's win amount. Another checkup. Thank you, Tony Stewart, for that. Makes it easier for me. And that's P13. They just want me to win this race by like 20 seconds. Can I do that? Is that possible? Probably. I need to focus if I actually want that to happen. Top to Jerry Nadeau. Simple, easy pass. Kenny Wallace falling back like usual. Though the field is spread out or gotten separated so much. Maybe Kenny Wallace will get out of here with like a sub 25th place finish or something. I don't know, but be a nice thought. Oh, he tried. He tried cutting me off, but nope. Almost made contact with him, but we're good. So next up, Robbie Gordon. Got Matt Kenseth up there. Jimmy Johnson, who in this timeline still has yet to have a win, even though in real life he probably had like 4 or 5 wins by now. I'm sure someone's going to fact check me on that, because my viewers are just like me. Very analytical on stuff. So big props to them. I trained them well. Yeah, bye Robbie Gordon. Probably the same with Jimmy Johnson here. He's gonna block me. He's a punk. He's being a big old punk right now. Oh, now he gives me room. All right, I see you. He's like a Sour Patch Kid. First it's sour, then it's sweet. You know, I've had Sour Patch Kids before. Not my favorite thing. I mean, I like the fact that it's sweet, but why can't it just be sweet from the start? I'm kind of it just annoys me and angers me. So I don't eat them. Also, I just think with my teeth being an absolute freaking Marvel nightmare among humanity, it probably would not be a good idea to even eat anything that is sticky like that. So, yeah, I don't think that would probably be a good investment in any party. I'd rather have the Sour Patch Kids go to a different family, to be honest. I almost threw that entire corner away, talking about saving the children. Speaking about hitting things. No, I was not talking about that. Ricky Rudd hit the wall. More drifting. But, yeah. Now we're 6th. I think Jeff Gordon is still leading. I think. Yes, he is. He's actually going to lead laps today. He's going to lead the most laps he's had in this one race than he's had the entire season up to this point. Unfortunately, Ricky Craven's not going to be able to surpass Jeff Gordon again. That sea has been parted. Or some other allegory to describe that. But anyways, we're up to P4. And that's going to be an easy P3. Good run for Bobby Labonte. He needs some laps led. Bobby Labonte has less laps led than Ricky Craven, which is funny. But now we'll just need a lap and I can run him down. We're almost there. We're almost to the front. There we go. Nice run off turn 2. Bobby's doing some Bobby blocks. Very shallow angle in the corner, but the car's still somehow stuck, which is impressive. Now we need to get to Gordon as fast as I can so he can lead as little amount of laps as possible. Gotta say, that's a nice alternate paint scheme he has. It's a banger. What races did he ran in that in 2003? I don't remember. 8-year-old me, I don't think really understood that. Now, maybe 28-year-old me in 2003 maybe would remember it. But I was not 28 in 2003. I sometimes wish that would be kind of a weird timeline. Me, 48-year-old me. That's going to happen one of these days. But anyways, we're in the lead. And that's basically it. So I'm going back to my darkness now. I feel like we know what's going to happen from here on out. Alright, we're pitting this lap. We have like a 5-second lead, so like our pit crew can literally just not even try. We can have the Morgan Shepherd pit crew from one of those years and probably be alright, so. There we go, there's the line. 4 tires, fuel, that's it. Not even repair damage because we didn't even hit anything. $16.1 and $15.7 was their... Okay, so good job on the pit crew. They did everything they needed to. We're going to get out of pit road here and stay all the way down here under the yellow line. Just going by the book so ridiculously so. And there we go. And back on the racing surface. And we're P10. Not everybody's cycled through. But we should be back in lead when everything's said and done. And I predict a 16-second win based on my one practice race. And also the spring race we won by like 10 seconds. So we have an extra 7 or 8 laps. So that might translate to about an extra 6 or 7 seconds there. So 16, 17 second gap is my projected estimate of win interval size. And everything's going to cycle through. We're going to get in the lead. I don't know why Mike Skinner was blocking me there. So that's annoying. He's still blocking me. Thank you. Move out of the way. And there we go. Race 1, basically. And the gap right now is 4.7. So we got 15 laps to get to that estimated goal time. So I'm going to shut up and focus. White flag is out. We have a 15.6 second lead. So my estimations are quite accurate. Car is starting to slip and slide a little bit. Couldn't really get by Bill LA too swiftly. Rusty Wallace is still just logging laps, DNFing, and blowing himself up. What a trooper. Yeah, through 3 and 4. Should be a 16-second interval when we cross the line, but we kind of messed up 1 and 2 there, so that might affect it a little bit. But yeah, about dominant as the spring race. Nothing's really different, and we win in the proper paint scheme. Well, relatively proper paint scheme, so. Yeah, and we're back to victory lane. It's been a 1-race drought. That's been our longest drought this entire season is 1 race. But hey, that's something. That's our 23rd win of the year. And we got damage on the the right side. So got a little bit of you know, race win diecast element to it. Race win diecast element to it. I can't talk. I just noticed too in the cutscene, there was no tire marks. Also, the Tiburon shark in the background had like 2 sharks, but then like the third one was like grayscaled out. Did anybody notice that? I don't know. I'm starting to lose it. But if anything, it's making me see this game differently. It's like when you married to someone for like 45 years and then you start realizing, oh, their freaking eyebrows like bigger than the left one. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's a good trophy though. Good trophy. Even though Mountain Dew is like, you know, Satan and like evil and bad, and it's like, you know, how dare they sponsor that carbonation bad? Like I want to punch something. That's how angry it makes me. But yeah, got night track at Darlington, and we win by 16.2 seconds. So I'm glad my estimation was right, and Johnny Benson got a top 10, 26 seconds back. He was almost a lap down. How many cars did we lap? I don't know. It didn't feel like we lapped a whole ton. But that was borderline. Like he was like a couple seconds away from going a lap down, just about. So how many? Oh my god, up to 17. So 16 on the lead lap. Oh my sweet Jesus. We were going to lap the whole field. That was a 25% race, probably. But we dominated. We led 22 of the 36. Gordon led 11. Brian Newman led a lap. Mark Martin led a lap in there between. And Ricky Rudd got another one in there. So, don't know what really to say. Kind of a typical Darlington race. I was glad I won it in the proper paint scheme. Or at least, you know, the one that's the most famous Kurt scheme. So, got that in there. Rusty DNF'd. I don't know if anybody else DNF'd. No, it's just him. I thought he made it further than lap 34, because it looked like he was there at the end, but probably multiple laps down probably messes that up too. So bad day for Rusty. But once again, great day for me. Let me write this down so I don't forget. All right, so where does that put that? That was 16,242. Oh, it puts it 5th. 5th all time, and 1 second off of Pocono. I don't know if we really could have gotten much further than that. Maybe a tiny bit more if we got there to 1 and 2 a little bit better on that last lap. But that's still pretty good. So 5th place, not bad. Especially since it's not Infineon. Pocono, I guess, is like the most normal conventional one. So we're actually a little bit off of that. I guess close to that. I don't know. But hey, it's 5th. Add that to the top 10. So yeah, that's good. And next up is Richmond. Meaning we only have 11 more races left. So yeah, that puts it 23rd win, only 4 away from surpassing Richard Petty. I guess tying it, and then 5 to surpass it. So average finish 1.5. That is just absolutely disgusting. We have top 10s every race though, so that is a streak that's continuing, which officially has lasted longer than what we did in Thunder Oak 2. So there's that accomplishment. 261 laps led. Ryan Newman still second. Jeff Gorin led some laps, so he's now. Well, I guess he's still 7th, but Ricky Craven's a far cry out of there. Same as Bobby Labonte. We're just in such a weird timeline where Ricky Craven has more laps led than Bobby Labonte and Dale Jarrett. That's just weird. I don't want really more to say. It's just weird. But yeah, and more than Jimmy Johnson too. Like, Rusty Wallace only has 1 lap led. Like Rusty Wallace's specialty in these games is like short tracks, and it's just not happened. I don't know. Weird, bizarre, strange. I don't know. We're going back to the Sharpie Ford. We're going back in normal pattern again. But yeah, I'm done. We're going to wrap things up now. Big shout out to my Tier 3 Patreon supporters, Dave from Channel 15, Kamikazegames, Bailey Carey, Maxi Link 1986, Jason Hellman, and my name is John for support. Again, I appreciate what you guys do for my channel every single month. It does me a lot. Always goes a long ways. So thank you for the continued support and all that good stuff. See you on next episode for Richmond, where that's going to be another race win. That in Richmond. Dover is really that Dover, Kansas. I would say Phoenix, but I think Phoenix might be easy. So I guess that, and I guess really only like 3 tracks that are like a big question mark if we can win. But that's still 7. We can still get to 30 race wins by the end of the year. That still is possible. My freaking controller shot. Did my batteries die? They died. It lasted just long enough. No, it turned back on. Okay, that was very weird. It just shut itself off. Maybe it is on the process of dying. I didn't really hear any rumbling when I was practicing, so I was kind of scared. I thought maybe it could live on a little bit longer, but maybe it's been like this for a lot longer than I thought. I don't know, but good timing for it. That could have happened during the race, and that would have been very, very terrible. Easy DNF, though. That would be one way to lose a race, is for that to happen. But thank you, controller, for that warning. I'm going to make sure I change the batteries so we can continue our massacring of this season. Thank you. I'm done. See you next episode. See you all later. And as always, have a good day, everyone.